Hey everybody, GC13 here. With the news that we're soon to receive a third story of Infinity Train, I've been wanting to take a moment to come back to my favorite side character from the series, the cat. As important as she was to Tulip's journey, and despite her presence in Jessie's story as well, we still don't know much about her. The lady is, as ever, mysterious. That said, what snippets we do know about her are quite interesting. Everyone has their own ideas about what they mean, but I think that the cat was Amelia's companion. Let's look at what we know, shall we? First off, it's a pretty safe bet that Amelia did have a companion. Tulip and Jessie both had two, in fact, but even if we discount 1-1 and MT because they weren't residents of a car, they still had Atticus and Alan Dracula. The new passenger from Book 3, Hazel, will be found traveling with another companion, Tuba. Even Mace talks about companions as though they're standard traveling gear for passengers. But if Amelia did have a companion, why should it have been the cat? Consider an odd quirk of how we hear the cat first mention the Conductor.
My close personal acquaintance, the Conductor.
The cat is in full-on confidence artist mode during her spiel to Randall. She had wanted to say friend, but something stopped her. If she was just lying, there would be no reason for her not to go ahead and call the Conductor her friend. I certainly doubt Amelia had certified that broken pipe as anything. Though imagine how funny the final confrontation with Amelia would have been if she had asked, "Is that the donut holer?" Of course, we can later on see that the cat has dealings with the Conductor, and not the fun kind. The joke could very well have been that Amelia is so deeply unpleasant to work with that the cat couldn't even bring herself to lie about being friends with her. At the very least, claiming to be friends would make the lie stand out to anyone else who had dealt with the Conductor before. Except, we don't see any indication that Amelia has worked with any other denizens of the train. She never mentions any other agents, nor do we see anything that says they might exist. What we do have is one very industrious cat. She's the only denizen of the train to ever recognize 1-1, and she immediately knew to bring him to the Conductor. She proved to be Amelia's first choice again when she was given Tulip's tape to trap her in. And finally, she was on the scene in the ball pit car, brought in and sent after 1-1 as Amelia sought to tie up loose ends. It's quite curious how Amelia chose to tie up those loose ends. She has no good reason to send the cat in if she's just going to have the steward open fire. All she did was give 1-1 more time to get away while the cat argued. If the cat is the only one who knows who she is, then she does have a practical reason to want her dead too. But as we later see in the engine car, killing 1-1 is mission critical for her continued dominance of the train. Amelia could have had the steward gun down 1-1 quickly, then have her squeeze the life out of the cat like she had begun to before. She wanted to kill both at once though. We know that Amelia is hung up on the past, having spent all of her time on the train trying to recreate a facsimile of Alrick to live with. She was infuriated when Tulip ambushed her with her tape, forcing her to relive her past. Perhaps she wanted to kill two pieces of her past on the train at once, and so ended up killing neither, just like she could never recreate Alrick. Now, I want you to imagine when Amelia was first brought onto the train, taking her first tentative steps through it. She enters one car, empty of people, and full of curios of the past. She's still clinging to her own past, and much like we saw her in the final moments back home, probably not in the mood for company. The car would suit her just fine. Just as she's letting herself get sucked into the atmosphere of the car, who greets her but Captain Charisma herself, our bona fide sweet talker, the cat. At first, the cat is probably interested in working out a trade. She's a businesswoman, after all. Maybe Amelia doesn't have anything to trade, though. She probably hasn't been on the train long at this point, and she didn't exactly expect to be going much of anywhere had she not happened upon the train first. What Amelia does have, however, are thumbs. She's also probably the first passenger the cat has met who she's taken a liking to. A woman as impressive as herself, with an equally powerful mystique? Teaming up together? Well, that's just good business. Of course, not all business deals stay good. Amelia was probably already becoming rather dark before she deposed 1-1. Being consumed by grief will do that. Her number was certainly rising before she had the power to attempt to recreate Alrick. Her technical knowledge would never have left her, though. Perhaps it was she who created the cat's exquisite shuttlecraft for her, combined with a technical manual for it. Even just one meeting with the cat would be enough to know that she'd have no shortage of willing repairmen, doing work in exchange for a trade, and Amelia had been traveling with her for a while. More importantly, that shuttle would free the cat from the tyranny of doors, and allow her to traverse the train in search of the only denizen who could wrest control of it away from Amelia, 1-1. The rest, as they say, is history. That's my train of thought. While the cat did refer to the Conductor as he, Amelia uses Alrick's robot voice as the Conductor, and with how mean Amelia has become, I can imagine treating her and the Conductor as two separate people might help. I don't know how else he would explain the cat knowing Amelia's name, or that her tape was also the Conductor's. Consider the facts. The cat is unique among denizens of the train in that she has dealings with Amelia. We know passengers tend to have companions. It seems like a slam dunk to me, but I want to know what you think. Do you think the cat was Amelia's companion, or do you think that they met another way? What about the origins of the cat's shuttle? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more cartoon videos.